So in this video, we're going to talk about the different categories of stone ages. So in your notebook, I'd like you to make 3 columns, one for Paleolithic, one for Mesolithic, and one for Neolithic. And when we think of the word lithic, lithic actually means stone or stone tools. So that's important to record as well. So when we're talking about the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, or Neolithic, we're talking about the Stone Ages, okay? So the first time frame we're going to talk about is the Paleolithic. And Paleolithic means Old Stone Age. So this is one of the first, well, it is the first time in history where there's actually human beings. So that's called the Paleolithic. In the Paleolithic, there were certain events that happened, and I would like you to record these in the Paleolithic column in your notebook. The first thing is that we found evidence of cave paintings. So in your notebook, please write cave paintings, because this archaeologist found evidence of cave paintings during this time period. The next important event that happened in this time period was the invention of stone tools. So that's why we call it the Lithic Ages, or the Stone Ages. So this was the invention of stone tools. Okay. Also during this time, humans started using fire. And to get food to eat, and to defend themselves, they also used the spear, the bow, and the arrow. So those are the major events that happened in the Paleolithic time period. Now we're going to move to the Mesolithic time period, and that is Middle Stone Age. So the Mesolithic is after the Old Stone Age and then right before the New Stone Age. So this is the Middle Stone Age. And students, I have color-coded these different events so that your brain accepts the information more easily. So if you would like to color code these in your notebook, that's fine. The Mesolithic Stone Age is in the middle, and this is when there was more advances. So people started settling in certain areas during this time. So we know that people focused on making their shelter, where they weren't moving around as much. Where in the Paleolithic, there might have been more nomads roaming the earth. But in the Mesolithic time period, people were starting to be more established in their certain areas. We also had more of the creation of clothing. I'm not saying that in the Paleolithic period people were naked. That's not what I'm saying. They still used animal skins, but it became more specialized during the Mesolithic period. They also had a food storage system that they had started. So this is the Mesolithic time period. The last time period is the Neolithic, and I'm gonna use a black marker to keep the events that happened in the Neolithic time period categorized. So this is when farming began. People really started staying in one specific place. So farming became a big part of people's lives during this time period. So we think there's a lot of nomadic activity going on during the Paleo and Mesolithic. Remember, nomads traveled from place to place. They never really had an area that they specifically settled. But when they got to the Neolithic time period, that's when they did decide to settle and stay in one specific place, and they learned how to farm. We also have domesticated animals at this point. There was the creation of villages because people settled. People used cooking tools more often. And something I forgot to add at the very top of this is, what was the Neolithic time period called? Y'all can blurt it. New Stone Age. Good job. So here's the basic information, and we're going to discuss these events and the effect on the different time periods. Thank you.